If you're constantly emailing and texting yourself files from your computer so that you can open them up on your iPhone, there's a better way. I'd like to introduce you to the Files app. Stick around, I got you covered. I'm Dylan Stewart, the MacWhisperer, and in today's video we're going to cover a critical part of the Apple ecosystem, an app called Files that was made to give you access to all the files from your desktop, your Documents folder, and even from cloud storage apps like Dropbox and Google Drive right in the palm of your hand. If you'd like to follow along with today's lesson, scan this QR code right here or hop over to the descriptions where you can download your free SmartGuide. Our SmartGuides are clear, simple, visual documents that will walk you through everything we're going to talk about today. And make sure to stick around for my MacWhisperer power tip, because as amazing as the Files app is, this tool makes it even better. The Files app was created to give you simple, easy access to all of your documents through the cloud. If you have a Mac computer and use iCloud Drive, your desktop and Documents folders are probably already in the app. It makes it easy to get to any file regardless of whether it's on your computer, your phone, your iPad, Dropbox, or even on Google. When you open up the Files app, I want you to look down at the bottom where you see these three tabs. The first one on the left is called Recents, and it shows you any documents in your Files app that have recently changed or been added. This is a great place to come when you downloaded something to your desktop and you want to find it quickly. To the right of that, we've got the Shared section. In the Shared section, any folders or files that you have shared or that other people have shared with you show up right here. So you can get right into that Numbers document that you're sharing with your team, or that folder that you and your wife collect some of your favorite photos in. And to the right of that, we've got the Browse tab. The Browse tab is where you're going to be the majority of the time when you're working in the Files app. From the Browse tab, you can view any of the files, folders, or cloud storage solutions that you've got installed on your iPhone. But before we dig into that, let's click our back arrow in the upper left-hand corner to explore the Sidebar. The Sidebar makes it easy for you to get into any folder you want without digging through multiple folders. It also gives you access to all of the cloud storage solutions you have installed on your phone. Up at the top, we've got a search bar. From here, you can search for the name of a file, the date you last opened a file, or even specific file types. All you need to do is type a couple of things in, and it will help you find your files wherever they're located inside the Files app. Clicking the X in the upper right-hand corner clears your search out. And down below that, we've got the Favorites section. This is a place that allows you to add any folders that you access frequently to make them much easier to get to. It's simple to add something to the Favorites section by coming into your cloud storage and pressing and holding on any of your folders. At the bottom, you'll see the option to favorite that folder. And as soon as you've done that, it will appear in the Sidebar right over here. You can also press the three buttons in the upper right-hand corner in order to edit your Sidebar. From this section, you can move the different folders around with the three lines on the right side, putting them in the perfect order, or you can click the minus button to remove any folders that you no longer need favorite access to, like this one. Once you're done customizing your favorite section, don't forget to click the blue checkbox in the upper right-hand corner to save your changes. Down below that, we've got a section called Locations, and this is where you'll find your iCloud Drive as well as any other cloud storage apps you have installed. If you're not seeing your Google Drive or your Dropbox files, go to the Google Drive or Dropbox app, open it up and make sure it's signed in, then come back here. If you still don't see it, click the three dots in the upper right-hand corner and select Edit. When you do, you'll notice these switches next to those apps, allowing you to click on the switch to activate your Dropbox, your Google Drive, even your Adobe Acrobat files. When you're done customizing, don't forget to click the blue checkbox in the upper right-hand corner, just like that. Down below, we've also got something called tags, and we're going to talk more about tags a little later in this video. Tags are a very easy way to organize and sort your files, and they synchronize across the entire Apple ecosystem. So when you put files into a tag, you can grab them quickly and easily. Right here, you'll see some of the folders I use for my MacWhisperer Academy classes. Setting up tags is super easy, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. Now let's hop into iCloud Drive and learn how to view and organize your files. When you're in the Browse view, you can navigate through any of the files or folders that you see. By using the three dots in the upper right-hand corner, you can change from an icon view with its large pictures to a list view that shows you more files and an easier way to organize them and an easier way to see what's inside of them without having to go in and out of multiple folders. The list view is very valuable and it can be sorted in a number of different ways. By clicking the three dots again, you'll see different sort options right here. You can sort by name, which makes everything alphabetical, or by kind, which puts the PDFs and the photographs together, or by date, which lets you know which files you've most recently worked on, or by size, or even by tags. In addition to all of those options, you've got the view options down at the bottom. Let's click on that. From this section, you have even more sorting and grouping options. On the computer, we have two tools. One is the sort tool, which allows you to alphabetize things in a list. But we also have a tool called the group tool that allows you to clump your documents together in different sections, making it easier to find exactly what you're looking for. And sorting and grouping can work together. Here I'm going to come into the group section and you'll see options like grouping by kind, by date, by size, or by who shared that document with you. Let's click on kind. Notice that what happened is that all of our folders ended up right next to each other. And as we scroll down, all of the images got collected next to each other. And all of our PDFs got grouped together. Grouping is really valuable when you have a large folder with tons of files of all sorts of different types. Sometimes sorting by name or by date isn't good enough. When you can group things by kind or by size, it makes it much easier to find the file you're looking for, even on the phone. And the nice thing about grouping is that it works with sorting. So right now, if I click on my three dots, you'll notice that we're currently sorted by date. But instead of that, let's sort by name. What that means is that within each group, like the PDF documents, all of the files inside of that group are alphabetical. This can make it easy for you to find things without hunting around by selecting the right grouping tool and the right sorting tool. And at any point, you can come back to the three dots and back to View Options and change your settings to make sure you can find your files easily. Down below that, we've got an advanced option that will allow you to show all of the file name extensions. Sometimes when you're working on files on your phone, you may need to see whether that file is a JPEG or a PDF or a Word document or something else. By turning on the Show All File Name extensions, you'll always know what kind of application created that document so that you don't have to guess. You'll see here that this image file is a PNG and this video file is an MP4. That makes it so much easier to know exactly what kind of document you're looking at and what your options are for that document. Now let's explore how to work with folders and how to move things around within the Files app. For this, I'm going to hop right into my desktop. And for clarity, my desktop file here is synchronized perfectly with the desktop on my MacBook. So when I add anything here, it shows up on my computer. And when I add it on my computer, it shows up here, making it easy for me to get into any file quickly. But on top of that, I can also organize files from my phone and have the organization reflected on my computer. It's easy to do by moving things into folders or adding folders. To add a folder, click the three dots in the upper right-hand corner here and choose where it says New Folder. As soon as you do, it will open right up on your screen, giving you the ability to title it. Click the check button and that folder is there and synchronized with your computer. Now you can take any file you want and move it into that folder by pressing and holding and dragging the file and dropping it right onto the folder. It'll move there immediately. In fact, you can do it with multiple files by clicking the three dots in the upper right-hand corner and choosing where it says Select. Now I can hit each of the items that I want to move, highlighting all of them, and when I'm ready, I can click the folder icon on the toolbar at the bottom. This will ask me which folder I'd like to put it in. I'm going to go into the desktop folder, and then into the YouTube folder, and I click the Move button in the upper right-hand corner. All of a sudden, those files are handled and put away. The blessing of this is that you can organize your computer from the doctor's office or from that long plane flight without having to look at that messy desktop when you get home. In addition to moving things by pressing and holding on them and selecting them, you can also move multiple documents in a slightly different way. To do this, press and hold on one of the documents and just start moving it. While I'm holding it, I'm going to take my other hand and tap on some of the other documents I'd also like to file. Now, using my free hand, I can navigate to the folder I want and simply drop those files in, and everything's cleaned up and organized. But there's more that you can do with folders, because if you press and hold on a folder, you'll also have the opportunity to customize the folder and its tags. By clicking this button right here, it'll bring you into this screen where you can give any icon for your folder, making it easier for you to see on your phone, your iPad, and your computer. You can also use emojis by clicking in the bottom right-hand corner here and picking your favorite cat emoji or any emoji that you like. If you don't like what you've set on the folder, you can always click the clear button, which will remove whatever you've added and start you over. Let's go for this puzzle piece instead. Once you've got it set up, you can also change the color and the tag for that folder. It's important to note that what we're about to talk about is not really about colors. It's more about this concept we talked about a moment ago called tags. Clicking on the tag section here, you'll see all of your available pre-configured tags. For some of you, the tags may show up with generic names like red, green, blue, and yellow. We can change those at a later point. But if you want to add a new tag, click the button at the bottom right here, give it a name, and pick a color. Once you tag your folders, it adds the color of the tag and it makes that folder findable through the tag system. So if I take this one and add it to my TMA tag like that, and click the checkbox here, you'll notice that my folder is now red. And it has this little red dot to the left side letting me know it's part of my TMA tags. Now if I come back to my sidebar and scroll to the bottom into the tags and click on the TMA tag, there's our new folders, front and center, and easy to locate. Tags are a great way to sort and categorize your folders, so it's more than making it pretty, it's making it easier for you to find it. Consider setting up tags for finances, medical, legal, family, pets, whatever kind of documents you're creating regularly, you should have a tag that holds and sorts them easily and simply. And there's a ton of other things that you can do with either files or folders right from the Files app. By pressing and holding on any file, you'll see all sorts of options, such as the ability to rename it, to compress it, to duplicate it, or to create a new folder with that item inside of it. You'll also see your tags down below. But the first thing I want to talk about here is this Remove Download section. The way iCloud works, when you put files into it, they live in the cloud and they only get downloaded when you open them or need them. So if I'd like to access this Far Side document here, I'm going to need to download it first, but it's not complicated. As soon as you click on any undownloaded document, it will download it for you and show you the document. When you come back to the Files app, you'll notice that the icon with the cloud is gone from that document. That's because it's been temporarily downloaded to your device. But over time, if you don't go into that document, it's going to go back to the cloud. Fortunately, you can now force documents to stay on your devices, which makes it so helpful when you're traveling, so that when you're on a plane or when you're out of an internet connection, you still have access to those important files that you need on your phone. Simply press and hold on the document and choose where it says Keep Downloaded up at the top, and that file will always stay on your device no matter what. And one of the other valuable tools that was added to files in iOS 26 is the ability for you to choose what app a document is going to open up into. It used to be that whenever you opened up a document inside of Files, it would open it with a preview version that you couldn't edit. And if you needed to do more with it, like make changes to it, you'd have to open it up into a separate app that supported that document type. But with iOS 26, Apple has simplified that process because we now have a brand new application called Preview. And whenever you open a PDF or an image document from Files, it will default to opening in the Preview app where you can edit it, mark it up, share it, or do all sorts of things. We'll talk a lot more about the Preview app in a future video, but as you work with the Files app, know that when you open a PDF or an image file, it's going to use Preview to help you view it and edit it. If you'd like to open a document into a different application, Apple finally gave us an easy way to do that. By pressing and holding on any document, you'll see a section here that says Open With. And from Open With, you'll see all the available apps on that device that are capable of opening that document. So you might want to open it into Dropbox or into Word or into Goodreader or Acrobat. But notice up at the top, previews are default. So as soon as I click it, it opens up inside of the preview app, giving me access to the entire document, as well as thumbnails and all sorts of other tools. Now let's explore some of the powerful advanced features in the iOS 26 Files app. The first one I want to talk to you about is creating a PDF. If you've got multiple images that you'd like to turn into a PDF, or multiple PDF documents that you'd like to make into one PDF, it's super easy to do. Let's start off by clicking the three dots in the upper right-hand corner here and going to Select. Once we do, I'm going to grab all 4 of these 8 PDFs so that I can combine them. Clicking on the 3 dots in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see an option called Quick Actions. And right here, you've got the ability to create a PDF. One click, and immediately you've got a document containing all of those other documents in one place. And you can do that with PDF documents or JPEGs or pretty much anything. So if I'd like to combine these 3 images I see on my screen and turn them into a PDF, it's simpler than it's ever been. 3 dots, select, grab the files, 3 dots, quick actions, and right into Create PDF. And on top of that, there's even another valuable tool within that Quick Actions menu. If you've got a current iPhone, you know that when we take photographs, we no longer take them in the JPEG format. Apple's created a new format called HEIC, which is a better photographic quality with less storage size than JPEG. So why wouldn't you want to use HEIC? Well, non-Apple users can't read it properly, which means that sometimes you might have HEIC files that you need to give to someone else from your phone. What's a person supposed to do? Well, it's pretty easy. 3 dots. Hit the Select button. Grab all of the files you need to change. 3 dots on the bottom right, Quick Actions, and from right here you can convert that image. I'll click that button. It asks me what format I'd like to choose for these files. I'll click JPEG. It asks me what size. Let's leave it the original size. And within just a few moments, we'll get copies of each of those images that are JPEGs instead of HEIC files. This is a fantastic feature, and it solves a problem that many people are having with HEIC photos. But there's more advanced tools that exist right here. For example, maybe I need to create a zip file of all of these images that we've added. No problem. 3 dots, select, grab all of the files that you want to add, and then you can use the 3 dots at the bottom right or press and hold on any of the documents, and from the pop-up menu, you'll see an option called Compress. Clicking that will create a zip document that will hold on to all of those files for you in a nice, small, compressed way that will make it easier for you to share it with other people. And of course, if you need to share a document, it's easy to do. Press and hold on any document, and right at the top you'll see the Share option. You'll also see the Move option to put it into a different folder and the Copy option to allow you to copy and paste this document into a different location. There's a ton of tools that exist inside of each of these menus, allowing you to take a document and turn it into a PDF, or change the image type, or add things into folders. Here's one of my favorite ways to create a folder of documents inside of files. Let's click our 3 dots, select, we'll grab these files right here, and then I'm going to press and hold, and right from this list I can create a folder containing those 5 items with a simple click. You can organize everything right from your phone. Now let's talk about scanning documents from the Files app. If the only way that you know how to scan a document onto your phone is by using some clunky, expensive third-party app, or coming into the Notes app and trying to scan things into Notes, there's a better way. And it exists in 2 places now. First, we're going to show it inside of Files, but when we get to the video on Preview, I'll show you an even better way to do it. What you want to do is come to the folder where you want the scan to appear. We're already in my desktop, so that's the right spot. Let's click the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, and let's choose where it says Scan Document. When you do, you'll find a ton of options right at the bottom of your screen. You can make it so that the shutter clicks automatically, meaning as soon as it sees a document, it immediately captures it and gets ready for the next page. You can also do that manually by turning that function off. Here I'm going to click it on. Notice the little A that shows up. As soon as it sees the document, it goes ahead and takes the picture, allowing me to scan the next document and the next one and the next one easily and simply, just like that. But if you want a little bit more control over your scanning, you may want to turn the auto shutter off so that you can control it manually. You'll notice that there's a flash option and a filter option. The flash option adds additional light. The filter option can allow you to do things like turn this into a grayscale, black and white, or high definition photo scan. Depending on what you're scanning, choose the proper filter to augment that scan perfectly. And once you've scanned your files, you can click the blue checkbox in the upper right-hand corner here, and it will take those files and add them into the Files app. And you'll have an easy way to change the name of that document so you can find it quickly when you're on your computer. Scanning within the Files app is a fantastic tool, but it's just one of the many tools in iOS 26. Between the ability to customize and tag your folders right from Files to the ability to open your document up in any supported app, there's a ton of great new features inside this little app. But there's just one more thing for us to talk about. Before I drop my MacWhisperer power tip, if you got great value out of today's video and learned something new, give it a thumbs up. That makes it so much easier for other people to find this video. And if you've got a question, a comment, something you want to know more or less about, drop it into the comments section. I love to hear from you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, that's probably why you're spending so much time texting and emailing files to yourself. I give great tips on how to use your Apple products and devices better than you ever thought possible. Hit that subscribe button and that notify bell so you'll always be alerted whenever I drop new content. And now, you know what time it is? That's right, it's power tip time. Apple did an amazing job with upgrading the Files app to iOS 26. They've given us tons of new tools and functions and features like the ability to customize your folders or to navigate into and out of any of your files and documents, the ability to open documents into specific apps, and so much more. But this power tip is about something that we've been asking for a long time. If you like setting custom ringtones for specific people in your life, you know that it's never been that easy to set up a custom ringtone on your iPhone without purchasing it. But those days are done. If you've got an audio file in your Files app that's less than 30 seconds long, all you need to do is come right to it, press and hold on it, and click the share button. When this screen pops up, scroll a little bit up, you'll be able to use that song as a ringtone and assign it to any contact you like. But there is one small caveat. If the audio file you have is longer than 30 seconds, you can't make it into a ringtone. But even that challenge can be solved pretty simply on iOS 26. Press and hold on the audio file that's too long and click the share button up at the top. From here, slide over and find voice memos. If you don't find voice memos, you can slide all the way to the right and click that More button where you should be able to locate it. Once you've found it, click on voice memos and it will open this file into that app. Let's go take a look. Swipe up and go into voice memos. And I'll find the song that I added. Now let's click the edit button on the left side here and open this up. From the voice memos app, if you click on the three dots in the upper right-hand corner and click Trim, you'll find a waveform of the entire file right here. All you need to do is take the little yellow bar on the bottom and find the 30 seconds that you want to use. Once you've found the proper section for your ringtone, click the Trim button in the lower left-hand corner here and the Apply button in the upper right-hand corner. If everything looks good, click the blue checkbox in the right-hand corner and choose whether to save this shorter audio file as a new recording or update the audio file that you imported originally. I'm going to click the Save Recording button here. And now there's one last step. Let's get it back into Files so we can make that ringtone. Hit the three dots in the upper right-hand corner, click the Share button, scroll down, and select where it says Save to Files. Put it somewhere you can find it easily, and come back into the Files app, press and hold, click Share, and scroll up to where it says Uses Ringtone. And that audio file can instantly become your new ringtone. Simple and easy. So that's what I've got for today's video, all about the Files app. There's a ton of tools here, from being able to access all of your cloud storage, including your desktop and documents folders from your computer, to customizing your folders and adding tags, the ability to compress or scan images. There's so many tools in this program that I know it's going to make your life easier. And it'll prevent you from texting and emailing yourself files that are already on your phone. If you haven't done it yet, make sure to grab your free Smart Guide by hitting this QR code or heading over to the description section. I hope you learned a ton in today's lesson, but remember, there's always more to learn. Check out this video over here for even more amazing tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your Apple products. I'm Dylan Stewart, the Mac Whisperer, and I'll see you in the comments.